Uh, this object that represents my cultural identity, it's a book about African American history in the U.S. And the reason why I got it initially is there's a lot of paintings and drawings and sculpture in it, because I teach a lot about art, and I just thought it would be a great way to learn about history through a more visual approach. Much of the art in this book is pretty controversial, and I think it's designed to really make you think and make you examine your conscience. I was asked whether I'd want to have sort of the original works on my wall at home, and with some of them I don't think I would. I wouldn't want sort of to have to every day walk into my living room and be confronted with the issues of racism in this country. While the issue is vital and important, and I'm doing what I can to shed light on it, just on a day-to-day basis, I would choose to avoid that. I've tried to share with my children the love for learning in books that I have that were passed down to me from my parents, and whether they be interested in this particular book or not, I'm not sure. I hope they would be. It would be definitely the type of thing that I would offer to pass down to them whenever the time felt right for doing that. What it does, though, is highlights more accomplishments and struggles than a basic U.S. history textbook. And the way it highlights those struggles is, as I mentioned before, there's a lot of artistic representations of ideas. As far as culture, the actual artworks themselves represent African American culture, and they're also trying to express aspects of the African American experience. Now, I used that word intertwined a moment ago. I believe that the African American culture is intertwined with the American culture at large, and by studying specifically sort of one section of life and history in America, it can help us understand the broader overall history of the country. Classes, the information and imagery from it in my classes, you may notice that there's a lot of post-it notes in it, and they highlight specific artworks that I share in different types of classes. There's one photo that shows an African American man arm wrestling with Uncle Sam. And in my Cultivating Creativity class, I ask students to go through this process called visual thinking strategies, of looking at the image on deeper and deeper levels and then creating an artistic response to how they feel about the confrontation shown in the image. And I'm consistently delighted with the depth and care and thought and honesty that the students create in their artistic responses. Before I got into teaching, I worked for many years as a photojournalist, working for magazines and newspapers, and I really, when I had a chance, tried to pick stories that shed light on social issues where I thought there was injustice or social change needed to be. Right now, I don't have much time to go out and do photography since I'm a full-time professor. And I guess I see my role right now is trying to encourage my students to create artworks, whether it's photography or a drawing or a video, that can touch on important issues in society.